On here.
Great, great. Usually I do presentations with slideshows among other things, but I wanted to make this, a little bit more customized here, so everybody can see what's going on. At the same time, I can bounce back over and show you some things that you may have seen before, you may have not seen before. But in this particular type of situation, I'm going to show you some things and introduce you to CPA marketing. In this particular case, you're involved today with the CPA Crusher webinar, and it's from the ground up. I mean, the ground up from we're starting from the bare basics all the way from the ground and all the way to the top, where you're going to be able to, at the end of a particular course, you're going to be able to make some really good money in dealing with CPA. Okay, CPA is click for action. Um, let's jump right on over here. And as everybody knows, when you first start in CPA, you have to start right from the ground up. That means it's pretty much, I believe, I've been involved, with internet marketing for a lot of years, okay, and actually going on about 10 years right now. And at the same time, as everyone knows, CPA hasn't been around an entire 10 years, but I feel I've been doing CPA before CPA was even invented. And once it was, and then I jumped on the bandwagon as well. And I've continued ever since for all these years. And for me, CPA has really, really changed my life. Okay, prior to doing CPA, I used to work. Actually, I created my own outsourcing system with myself, and that was actually dealing with attorneys. I was in Michigan. I went to Wayne State University Law School, and I used to actually teach attorneys in regards to different administrative corrections, criminal law, and at the same time, I thought it was a good idea because I was seeing a lot of attorneys being sued for legal malpractice. So what I did is I went ahead and created a satellite system all by computer, and I used to hire out to attorneys to actually take care of their cases for them in malpractice that they were being charged with. And I would charge attorneys $150, $250 an hour, and in a 72-hour period, I would charge double that amount. They were more than happy to pay it, and someone would walk into the office and pay large sums just to get it taken care of. So the State Bar Association would actually drop the case and they can continue on with what they're doing, and that's their work, their livelihood. Because without it, they weren't going to make a dime, and as a result of that, they'd be penniless and out on the streets. So that's what ended up happening in that type of a situation that I created many years ago. But the problem with that is it was extremely stressful working, with attorneys trying to get their deadline because everything they needed to be done yesterday, and it should have been done more than a year ago. And that's the reason why they were brought up on legal malpractice charges by the state bar. I'm telling you all this just to let you know that what I used to do and what I do today. Back then, it was a very extremely stressful situation. What I do today is so comforting. I mean, I can go ahead and launch a project, sit back in my chair, and sit and watch it through the CPA panel, through the CPA networks, and watch myself get more and more money as I'm going on, just sitting there enjoying myself with my family. It's a very comforting. What I do right now, I don't even consider it to be a job because I love what I do. I do it every single day, and I very much love it. And with this particular course right here, I want to go ahead and make sure that you get a good understanding of what CPA is all about. So if at the end of this you wish to proceed and jump into CPA marketing, then that's what it's all about. I'm going to show you some things here that's going to probably open up a few eyes, and at the same time, as it does, I'm going to go ahead and answer your questions at the end of the webinar. So if you have any questions, please ask them at the end of the webinar. I ask that if you do have cell phones or whatever the case may be at home, and you pretty much, go by them when people call, turn it off because I don't think you want to miss anything here today. So we'll get started right here. All right, so let me move on down here. Like I said, I'm doing this in a different way. That way, I can take you guys right to it so you can understand it. Many of you probably participated in CPA in the past, been on, as far as involved in different networks like Neverblue, ROI Rocket, CPA Way. It goes on and on and on. There's tons of them that you can get involved in and make money from multiple CPA networks. So you get that multiple income, from all these different CPA networks. Some of you, as you know, if you've been involved with CPA, it's a very lucrative business. Okay, and as I state here, you've heard about CPC, CPM, and we're not dealing with CPC or CPM. We're dealing strictly with CPA marketing. That's cost per action. Cost per action is somebody. I'm sure some of you seen these ads for a free iPad, a free iPhone, a free iPad 3, a free iPad 2. And when you actually get an email and drops into your inbox. And when you actually go to that, you click on it, and next thing you know, it's got this great looking landing page. And when you get to that landing page, what do you see? You see where you can submit your email or email and a zip code. In some places, just a zip code. That might be me on the other end, receiving that, because what happens, it goes to my CPA networks. And as soon as you submit your email and zip code, or in many cases, just a zip code, I get paid every single time you make that action. Okay. So all those people out there who are clicking on those and everything else, I'm getting paid for it. All right. Like a lot of other people are too. It's a big network, but the problem is everybody doesn't make money with CPA. Why? Because they don't have the knowledge to do so. And this is what it's all about: having the knowledge, having the know-how. And I always tell people, you have to do three things in this business to be very successful. And it's, you have to take action, you have to be consistent, and third, you have to be organized. If you're not organized, you will never make money, and anyways, a large amount of money with CPA. But this is what you're going to learn. You're going to learn everything in this course that you need to know. You're going to learn, and you're going to learn a lot of different ways in which you can proceed with CPA marketing, and a lot of different ways where you can make money with this. There's not just this one way where somebody sends emails or whatever the case may be and hopes that somebody clicks on it, because the other person on the other end may not even want to click on it because they have no idea what you have there. This is entirely different. Okay, let's get started here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you some tricks, 4 super tricks that you're going to learn, just out of the hat into your pocket. That's what it's all about. Out of the, and as we all know, magicians, they use hats, and what happens here is inside that hat, there's some tricks. And if you can get it out of there, you're going to end up having money into your pocket. I'm going to show you that as well. All right, as we go here, I'm sure that it can, if everybody can hear me, who has been, can I see a show of hands as to how many people have been involved in CPA networks in the past, or CPA in general? You see anybody there, Rick?
Sorry about that. I had a little glitch over here. What is it?
Okay.
I
What
apologize.
I'm looking for is, I'm asking for a show of hands, whoever's been involved in CPA networks or CPA in general, at any level.
Yes. We've had several that have said they have been involved at one level or another. Some are just slightly, some of them, but they have been in, yes.
Great. Glad to hear it. So, you got some individuals here that are not complete newbies. But a lot of times I like to deal with complete newbies, because those are the people who jump into this and they want to make money, and they're ready to actually do what is necessary, and they don't ask a lot of questions. They actually listen to what is being explained to them, and they listen to the guidance, and they also listen to the course. A lot of times you're going to find that the course material that's provided here is verbal. End up meeting with a lot of people every day, and end up giving them personal instruction. You probably never heard of a lot of people giving personal instruction before. I'm sure that a lot of people have been buying WASOs or whatever the case may be in the past, getting a PDF document, getting several different videos. You take a look at all that. Like one gentleman was telling me this morning, he said all it did is got him tired, and at the end of it, he didn't get out of it what he should have got out of it. So he wished, he didn't get it to begin with, and wish he would have jumped into something like this. That's because I'm giving him personal instructions, step by step by step, what to do. Course instructions, okay, and at the same time giving him personal assignments, what he needs to do to accomplish this, to start making money right away on the internet. That's what is going to be learned. All right. Now, a lot of you who have heard of CPA networks, excuse me, CPA networks, among other things, you know that there's a ton of CPA networks that you can actually sign up with and make money with. Okay. Some of them are like, I deal a lot with, maybe about 30 different CPA networks. And there's a reason why I do that. I deal with the certain CPA networks, because in this particular case, for instance, here's Neverblue. And a lot of people know Neverblue. And in this case, say, for instance, a dating ad. And a lot of people say, well, what would I run with the dating ad? Well, I explained to them where they would actually promote these and make money with it. I mean, for various different reasons why they're going to learn how to do it. But if you look at this is $6 per lead for having somebody fill out an application without ever using a credit card ever, and you're making money on this. And if you look at others, you have, like, for instance, eHarmony, they go by age groups. and you're seeing $8.25 a lead. And I love eHarmony because they have these free weekends, and I'm running, anywhere for eHarmony between 1,200 and maybe up to 2,000 individual leads itself, right from here where I'm at. And at the same time, you're making this. It depends on the age group too. You can go all the way down to 18 to 24 for 225, or females age 36 plus at $8.25. Now, can you imagine just in a day or in 2 days having almost 2,000 individuals sign up for? And it's so easy because there's millions and millions of people who are dying to sign up for these things if you hit it in the right areas. And that's what you're going to learn, those right areas. And you're making $8.25 just for that. A lot of people say, well, I don't want to do dating ads. Well, there's a ton of stuff outside of dating ads. You don't need to just do dating offers. You can do a lot of different types of offers. And the thing is getting involved in a minimum of 10 CPA networks. And I'm going to show you how you're going to be able to make it work for you. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to jump over here. And I don't know, I'm sure that some of you guys that have been in CPA for a while, CPA marketing, that you know about this particular website here, and it's called Offer Vault. Okay, Offer Vault is a fantastic website for me because in Offer Vault you have all these individual companies right here, all right, or CPA networks, all right. And what Offer Vault does is collects all these individual CPA networks, goes out and makes this, discusses things with them and starts placing them on the site. And apparently Offer Vault, and what they do is they make a little bit of money here and then every time somebody signs up, of course. And that's the reason why they provide this elaborate website for you to go on there to find individuals. I don't make a dime for it. I'm not going to give you a link. I would say an affiliate link to it because I want you to feel comfortable with this when you do go there. And it's just plain offervault.com. When you get there, you're going to find a ton of CPA networks that you can have. And over here, pay out $340 for a lead. Usually with leads like this, I don't follow them because this is email submit. Yeah, but once it gets on another page, it has to go through there. And they have to fill out this elaborate form and sometimes submit credit cards or whatever the case may be. And a lot of people don't like doing that. So what I do is I say, okay, it's going to take a person to get a lot longer if I know a guy that's working with right here, it's Snapvertise. He's working with this. By the time he gets $340, okay, I may end up with $34,000 at that time. And the thing is the individual's going to push it out, and I'm still running with mine, but yet he's trying to get that one lead for $340. Well, that's not what I'm into. I don't do that. I feel the bulk is what brings me the bulk of the money, and at the same time, that's what I'm going to show you how to do it, how to make it happen with CPA marketing. And that's the reason why I like coming here to Offer Vault. I've signed up over the years before even Offer Vault was involved, but finding the CPA networks online. But this makes it easy for you because you come here and you sign up through Offer Vault. The first thing you do is when you come into here, okay, is definitely when you land on the page, what you do is you join. I'm actually logged in right now in my account and everything else. But it's free. You don't pay a dime for it to log in. You register right here. When you go to offervault.com, make sure that you register because there's a lot of goodies behind this too, with webinars and resources and everything else. But I don't want you to get trapped into that with webinars and other resources and everything else. Because if you get in this course, you're going to want to go ahead and sit down and give you guidance right from the beginning and take you right through there all the way to the completion of each and every one of the individual products. Because as you turn around, or projects, I should say, but as you complete each project and you're making money, you're going to want to do another project and another project. And that's the way I feel. I do so many every single day that in my case, I've created a CPA empire, okay? Because I do so many different things. But these are the things that I know to convert. I've tested them for years, over and over again. I run tests even today. And that's what CPA marketing is all about, with your offers and everything else. And better advertisers, and make sure you do that. But you're going to learn all those things, okay? So, and what you do is you go down here. Say if I pump it in an off, I pull a iPad 3, just for example, okay, and I click search. All right, what's going to happen here is it's going to drive me to all those offers for the iPad 3, but you look at, and it's just an example, just a touch of the examples out of the thousands and thousands of offers that could be available to you, and that's the reason why you sign up with 10 different networks, and I'm going to explain that to you as well. But if you look down over here, and remember, this isn't just not for the United States of America, okay? This is also for all over the world. Because if you look down here, you see Norway, non-incentivized. I don't know if anybody knows this, and I'm sure the CPA guys do. And non-incentivized means that you can't go ahead and lead somebody to a page and show on there, hey, click on this, and I'll go ahead and give you this free bonus if you do so. Well, that's incentivized. You can't do that when it says non-incentivized. There's a lot that I found that are incentivized, which and I'm going to show you how you can make a ton of money in that direction as well. There's no doubt about it. I do it, and I know you can because you're going to learn how to do it step by step. Okay. And over here you got like iPad giveaway, Australia, for all you guys in Australia. You're going to see right there. You have New Zealand. I mean, it just goes on every country. I mean, even if you're in the Philippines, they have offers. But then again, even if you're there, I would be advertising here in the States, so I would be able to go ahead and promote my CPA in this country and other countries, so I can make money doing that. I've made money from different countries. I've made a ton of money in Singapore just by promoting apps. They're crazy over apps. They jump on this stuff so fast. And you can promote it, you can make money, and these CPA networks run with that as well, and you will get paid for it. All right, and that's the big thing, is getting paid with CPA network. Okay, but as you go down here, you can see a ton of this stuff dealing with iPads, with a free iPad, Mozzie, United Kingdom, iPhone or iPad 3. All right, but what happens is when I go through here and I find something, I see over here I'm getting $450 for it. Or what if I go up here and I'm looking for something? If I say if I'm in the United Kingdom, I'm in the United States, I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. But what I do is I look over here, and if I see it over here here's one for 425, here's one for 450. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run with that as email zip submit. It's mobile. That way I know anybody with mobile phones can look at it, and it's international. So let me click on it. Here is right here. If you look up here, you're going to find that there's your network. Okay. And the network is your affiliate network, okay? Basically, I should say your CPA network. They either have you come in as an affiliate or a publisher. It doesn't make any difference what term they place on it. The only thing I'm concerned is whether I'm making money with it. Okay? So I got 450. I was looking over here. All right, I click on this, and there it is. It takes me right to the page itself. Okay. Now on this page here, it allows me to log in, become a publisher. That's me. That's what I want to do. Meet or beat any payout. Dedicated 24/7 account managers, daily and weekly. Every time when you're in this group for the CPA Crusher, and you actually sign up. Okay, I'm going to explain to you how you will sign up with these different affiliate network or different CPA networks. And when you do that, at the same time, if you have any problems, you can always rely on me. Go ahead and walk you through it. At any time you can send me, PM me, because I'll use Skype. Many times you're going to be able to see my actual screen. Well, I'll give you walkthrough step by step and how to do things, and bring a number of people in where we can all have these CPA masterminds where we can sit there and put together some significant, standby information that's going to go ahead and launch you right to the top. And if you click on here, become a publisher, there it is right there. This is the form you fill out. It's a very simple form that you're going to fill out. You agree to the terms and conditions. You complete this here, CAPTCHA, and you submit it, and that's it. A lot of networks that I found in the past, what they do is they will actually approve you after a telephone call. Some of them approve you after receiving a little bit more information, and some automatically approve you just right out. Okay. Next thing you know, you apply for them, you get an email. A lot of times you confirm your email. Next thing you know, you got another email from them saying, "Hey, you've been approved. Let's get started," and that's it. And you're ready to go. But in this type of a situation, I always tell people that they must have at least a minimum of 10 CPA networks that they've signed up for and been approved by. All right. So several people I've already walked through here and explained to them which CPA networks to sign up with and some of them not to sign up with. It's always changing, so you just have to stay on top of it. Say if you're looking for business opportunities, okay. Or let me type in business. Let's see if it'll give you something here. Okay, because as we all know, there's tons of different stuff in here. There's partnered with Paul. There's a lot of other different ones, but they're all business opportunities, and as you can see, $210. I just said stay away from those. What you're looking for is anything that has just a simple submit of an email or a zip code, and you get paid for it instantly. Because people are more likely to click on that and submit their information, an email and a zip code, than they are going to submit this elaborate information. You know, you got payday and everything else where people submit because they want these loans and everything along those lines. Of course they do, but you're not going to get as many conversions as you are with this right here, and that's for sure. So let me get over here. Back to the material. All right. Now I'm going to tell you there's going to be four super tricks right out of the hat, okay, that you learn with the CPA course. You're going to be taken through each and every one of them, step by step by step. Okay. In many cases, you're going to see my screen as I lay it out to you. Be provided with the material that you need to launch it, or let you know exactly how to obtain the material. And I'm really big on many different things. And I say, well, get this, get that. I lead you to places where you get it, and I provide the information for it where it costs you nothing. So that's the beauty of it all, because I don't want people to keep paying out of the pocket. I don't believe in that. All right. The first trick is, some say offline promotion is prohibited. However, what some don't understand is that there's a fine line definition to the term offline promotion that I will later reveal to you. You can do it, and there is a trick to it. There's a big trick to it, and you don't have to worry about getting barred by the CPA networks, okay? Because offline promotion, I've had several people say you can't do it. I've been doing it for years and years and making a ton of money with it, and that's what I love about it, right? Because you can make a lot of money with offline promotion just like you can online promotion. And I can show you how to flip that to bring what you need to your online to be successful in CPA marketing and start making money with it right away, okay? The next one is, I'm going to show you how to promote online in several ways via social messenger sites, okay, chat sites, bringing a wave of conversions. I've been doing this also for years. I've thought of different methods. I've tested different methods for years, and I know the best methods that are going to bring you money dealing with messenger sites. A lot of people say, well, I got to do this. If you're worried about, sitting down for maybe 6, 7, 8 hours a day, and making a couple $1,000, then this isn't for you. You're talking to people, you're doing some typing and everything else. I mean, this is just one of the many, okay, things you're going to learn in a course itself. And I mean, this is just the beginning. This is the tip of the iceberg as to what all you're going to learn. Another one is pulling conversions out of a magic box. Okay, this trick has made me count. I mean, I can't even tell you how much money this has made me over the years. I'm going to show you about a magic box, and you're going to be able to make money on demand with a $7 investment and 4 hours of your time. And I'll tell you what, yeah, as far as it sounds good, I spent more just because I know what I can make with it, and I've seen the money come in immediately. So I mean, I love it. When I thought about this one day, I was thinking about it, and I'm looking for different methods, different technical ways in which I could do some things, and I said, well, I need something. Let me pull the technical things out of the picture here for a moment. And I thought about how I could do this with my magic box. And I'll tell you what, I thought of several ideas that are going to really knock your socks off, because you're going to see how you can actually make money with my magic box. I'm going to show you. In a lot of cases, I've outsourced it for $40 only and 2 hours of time. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And if you don't want to spend $40, it's not to me. And as I indicated, clearly outsource. You don't have to worry about it. This can be even in your own neighborhood. All right, but you're going to learn what to do and how to do it and how to make money with it. The next one is number 4. All right, you should notice CPA networks have elaborate tracking and click-through identification, which prevents multiple payments for clicking on the same ads. All right, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to reveal to you, all right, how to get multiple conversions from the same ads on the same page. What you're going to end up doing, and that's online marketing. You're going to learn so much here, both online and offline. You're going to learn some tricks that you haven't never seen before, that you never experienced before. And some people will say, like I had one today, a gentleman that I was talking to, and he said that, well, I already know that. But after I sat down with him for the first nothing like I even imagined that I could possibly do. And if I'd have been doing this years ago, I'd have been very wealthy today. But I'll tell you what, you're going to learn all these tips and tricks and all the things that you need to know to be successful with online marketing. I'm going to walk you through it. You're going to learn it step by step. And there's going to be some phenomenal stuff you're going to learn here. And at the same time, it's going to really open up your eyes to things you've never done before. And for those people who are newbies, don't worry about it. I love the newbies because I love walking you through things step by step by step to make it easy for you and carry you right on, to being able to be successful in CPA marketing. And at the same time, seeing that, hey, you're going to be saying, I'm making money now. And it didn't occur in a long period of time. And that's the nice thing about it is, some of these things you can do immediately out of the box, out of my magic box, and at the same time start driving in the bus. Okay, and I'm going to show you all these things. Okay, here I'm going to show you a method that I use. All right, also on a daily basis. Even when I'm out there in the field here talking to individuals on Skype and they're looking at my screen and everything else in the background, I'm making money with it. Okay, I'm making money. And here it is. This is called my magic card. Okay, and if you look at this thing right here, that's my magic card. All right, take a look at it just for a second. Now, what comes to mind? All right, well, hey, look at that emblem right there, Walmart. All right, $1,000 gift card. I like promoting $100 gift card, $250, $500 gift card. I don't promote $1,000 gift cards rare or frequently. Okay, because a lot of people think you got to look at the psychosomatics of this. You got to look at the psychology of marketing as well. And these are things you're going to learn as well through this course, and how people look at things and how people click through things once they receive something from you or see something online that you have set up. All right, and here I put it on a subdomain, megadealforyou.com. The offer is a Walmart offer. So what I do is when they click on walmart.megadealforyou.com, they go directly to a Walmart card, which all they do, and it's just a beautiful card, which is, or say website, which is going to actually show them how they can get a $1,000 gift card, and it's going to say submit your email or zip code or both, and it takes you to the next page for participation. Well, I'll tell you what, you don't have to worry about the next page, because once they convert on their first page, you're making your money instantly. If you go back to your panel of your CPA network, you found, wow, I just got another conversion. Well, how would you like to say, wow, I just got another 300 or 400 conversions today or more? Think about that. And it's so easy. What I do with these cards, okay, you're going to explain it. You're going to know everything what I do with these particular cards right out of the box. I'm going to show you how to develop them, how to create them. And I have some cards for people where I'm going to turn around and I use Publisher, Microsoft Publisher, and I'm going to go ahead and I'll send you a template where you have these cards where you're able to put 10 of them at a time, and I'll show you exactly what to do with them to make money right away, like today with these cards itself. Okay, and let me see here. Just a second. Here we go here. All right. Online, what I do a lot as well is I run websites online. Okay, I do one-page websites myself, which I create, and I push them up online. Okay, as you can see, you get responses from individuals right here because I put every time they comment, where do you think that's going to go? Does anybody know where it's going to go every time these people comment in here? Does anybody know?
Let's find out. I posted a couple things to tell them what we were doing. One thing that I needed to tell everybody that may not have brushed up on much is each and every one of you that come on board, you're literally going to have a phone call with me through Skype, and then I'm going to give you my cell phone. We're going to identify your strengths, your weaknesses, exactly what you need to start making money right away as quickly as possible, and before we even get over to Joe. So that way when you get to Joe, the time that you spend with Joe is pure, straight up what you need to get you rolling. I mean, get you involved with where you need to go, what CPA offers you need to be promoting, and you have a complete game plan between what I do for you and what Joe does for you, literally in 2 sessions. And it's literally in a couple of days from the time you do come on board. That's how powerful this is. This is not some kind of a beautiful site where you're going to have 25 videos or 100 videos and you're paying $2,000 or whatever for something that truly doesn't help you. And I personally purchased some of those things that did not work because you didn't have the help you truly needed. This is about getting results as fast as possible from a real world marketer that easily makes $20,000 per. Not every month has he ever made that, but he makes that really consistently, and that's net. So rest assured, man knows what he's talking about. I've been after Joe. We've been talking in negotiations for over 4 months to make this happen for you, literally every week in negotiations, and it's finally happened. So I want to make sure that everybody understands how serious that we are here to make this happen for you, to help you reach your goals. And again, this is straight up, you're going to be to the point. Those that come on board with us, I'm going to be talking to you today. Literally give you my actual cell phone number, and we're talking to you on Skype and setting up an appointment for you to see Joe. We'll find a way to get you and Joe either tomorrow or the next day, Joe. I mean, you may even have time to meet a couple of them today. I don't know, but we'll take care of that today. You'll actually be getting results today. So I want you to understand this isn't some pretty site from one of the gurus out there that you don't get any help. When you submit a support ticket in and you have a real question, most of the time it takes 2 or 3 days to get an answer, and usually it's wrong. And I know this from personal experience for courses I've paid thousands and thousands of dollars for, and meeting real world marketers like Mike Canning's been, traffic guys, or I've met some of his right hand people face to face, and it was $2,500, not counting plane tickets. And guess what? Didn't work. It took a week to get an answer. Very technical. You won't have that here. You're going to get real world results from somebody that knows what they're doing, and you can get me and him. That's priceless. Nobody else that I know of has ever done that on the Warrior Forum, and we're trying to get away from the Warrior Forum. We want to stop you from buying all those worthless, shiny objects that you've done, which I've done also. We want real world results, and we're building testimonials from you. And we've got several people that already that are just on fire for this in less than a week, are up and running, and it's perfect. It's just happy, very, very happy. So I want to make sure everybody understands that. Yes, you mean this is about how? Isn't that the point? Forget the the BS exactly from the girls. Ray's been taken for a ride himself. He knows exactly what we're talking about, and we've had this discussion before. Definitely. So let's add, just so everybody understands what we're bringing to the table. What we bring to the table for you to help you here, to get you started and getting you going right away. So let's ask that question one more time, Joe.
Okay. You done?
Yep.
So we can get this great site up there and get people what they need to get. And I'm glad you provided that information, Rick, so everybody actually knows exactly what's going on. But how many of you have seen, in other words, landing pages like this right here?
Yeah. There's a few. Yeah, they've all seen them. Yep. We've all seen them.
Okay, now, when you actually provide landing, when people comment and when people like, where do you think that goes? Does anybody know?
Let's find a show of hands here. Does anybody here know where that goes? When you do this comment and this like, where does it go? We need somebody that's got their thinking cap on. Think about that for a minute. To the sign-up page, one of them says, not exactly sure. Another one to an affiliate offer.
Well, when they make comments,
goes to an affiliate.
They like, it goes on their page of their Facebook.
You're an autoresponder.
So what happens is when those people get it, they respond, okay? And when they come to this page and they do the same thing, then other people do. I don't bank on that, but I provide it in here, okay? Because mine is here. Once they see this, I have a lot of people that click download your free gift. When they do that, when they download their free gift, they provide their quick information. They click on it, and there they go. They can participate in your vote counted. Here's your gift. Okay. A lot of people click on this right here. When they do that, I make money. When they click on this, I make money. I try to make it like gender neutral, so there's something for everybody, whether it's male or female sometimes. All right. But you're making money on every one of these offers in here. And there's a trick to actually running this so you get paid for every one. If you think you can get one affiliate network, okay, and you put all these from that one affiliate network, if somebody sees 2 or 3 that they like and they click on it and go through with the offer and provide their information, which is basically an email or an email zip or just a zip, then you only get paid for one. I get paid for all of them. Okay, and you're going to learn how you can get paid the same way without any problems whatsoever in actually getting paid for this. Okay, and this particular template, if you don't have anything like this, now I'm going to show you, among others, is how to. I'm going to provide the template to you that I've created, and what's going to happen is you're going to be able to use it right out of the box. But I'm going to show you step by step how to go behind that, make the changes, how to edit things very simply, and at the same time, where you can use a program that's going to make it very simple for you to edit it as well. But I'll be showing you my screen step by step how to do this. And then we're going to go on to where it should be placed so you can actually get this out there and start making money with it right away. Okay. A second here. And that one site you're looking at was judge.123way.com. And pretty much. Does anybody have any questions at this point?
We've got several questions right now on that. One of the questions that's in here that's a really great question is if somebody was to go to that page that you just showed us and they were to actually go through the offers, each offer on that page, how much money would you make?
On that page alone?
Yes.
Let me see. $18.35. $18.30.
Okay. All right.
Now, if I got hundreds of these going out a day, and I'm having thousands of people clicking on these things in a week, how much do you think I'm getting?
Thousands and thousands of dollars a week, which he definitely does.
Yeah. That's put in my own week. Okay. You can make
well, you know, here's the thing. That's what we.
There's no guarantee that you're going to make that. You need to have the knowledge to do so, and that's the thing, Rick. Is they need to understand that they need the knowledge. They just can't take that template today and go out and make a whole bunch of money because number one, they're not going to know what to do with it at that point. And if they know how to edit it, where are they going to launch it from to go ahead to get that many hits on that website where people can actually use it? Sure, Facebook is one of them, but there's multiple ways of promoting that and getting it out there. And I'm going to show you how to do it at both online and offline the same way. And this is what you're going to end up learning. So are there any other questions?
There's some other questions here. They're scratching their head, going like, "How can you do that?" I mean, the reality of it. Here's what we're doing. And I said this earlier. You're actually going to have a little meeting with me. We're going to get live on the phone into a Skype chat. We're going to find out exactly where you're at, whether you've been in CPA marketing before, whether you have not, what your skills are, what your weaknesses are. I'm going to take notes on that entire conversation. It's going to take quite a bit of our time to invest into you to bring that information out. Once I've done that, me and you sit down and make sure this is a fit for you, I'm going to transfer that information to Joe. So this is an ongoing process. We want you to see you be successful. We want to make sure that you're making money. You guys, each and every one of you are going to be our testimonials that come on board with this. The fact of the matter is he's made a lot more than that. I say the $20,000 a month. He's done that multiple times, but I know for a fact I've seen that. And the fact of the matter is I know that he can do it. And that's really putting it mildly, the potential. Joe, there's people asking, what's the market for the CPA offers? I mean, I know it's in the billion. I don't know. How big is the market for CPA? That's another question we've got.
Oh, yeah. It's a multi-billion-dollar market. Multi-billion-dollar market. I'll tell you that much right now. If you get a piece of that, a small fraction of that multi-billion-dollar market, you're doing really, really well.
So we got another question here.
This is advertising. This is big time advertising with these companies, and people spend a lot of money with these CPA just to get the leads in from other individuals. When they get the leads, I look at it this way: they get the leads. At that point, it's and they market with this thing, and they provide so much money into these individual CPA networks. I mean, there's a ton of money they give to them, and what they do from there is it's up to them to bring in the leads, to bring in the submissions, the form completions, and things like that. And there's a lot of money that's made on both ends with this. But your only concern is to get people to click, provide information, click, and that's it. You make your money instantly.
Yeah, there's people asking, about building their own websites. Tell them a little bit more about basically most of these sites when they go to them are already beautiful orchestrated websites and landing pages that these companies create. Explain that a little bit more for them.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So, say for instance, like the free iPad or anything like that. I mean, the pages are really nice, and when you go to the actual deals itself, you see the preview. I mean, it's going to pop right up, and the pages are done for you. I'm going to show you how you can set that up too, where you don't have to do the website. If you don't want to do them, you don't have to. I'll show you how to do it, but I'm going to be very brief on it because you're going to learn so quickly. And at the same time, I'm going to show you how you can promote this whole thing, not even having to design your own website.
And that's what he just said. Is that's the key words there. Focus on what he just said. There is the time saving, the done for you templates. You're going to learn the core nuggets that you need to learn to make money anywhere in the world. You can take this in any country, anywhere that you got a high speed internet connection would be best. But anywhere you got an internet connection, once you learn these tools, these skills, this is something that can truly transfer to anywhere in the world and make you money anywhere, anytime, any place. And done for you templates, saving you the time so you can focus on, okay, what makes me money? Focus on how, I mean, the part of it on the websites, the designs and all that. Hey, how long have you been designing websites, by the way? Tell people that. I don't think you said that earlier.
Oh, God, I've been doing website design since 2003.
Okay.
I've been launching websites. I used to work for different businesses, setting up the websites, among other things. I tried that as well, but I quickly learned that I could make money with my own websites. Why should I bother waste my time designing for somebody else when I can make money with all this? I can make more money with my websites than I can any person coming in and saying, I'm going to hire you for this, and spending hundreds of hours designing things, keeping up to date for them and everything else, and still receiving a small amount of money. Actually, I don't care if they pay me $10,000 for a website. You have to keep it up. You have to maintain it. You have to do other things with it for that particular company. You have to keep it up to date. You have to, the information they provide, you got to get it on there. That eventually you look at it and say, man, I'm working for pennies, and that's it. And that's the truth. Okay. In this particular case, I'll show you where you don't need a website to do it. Although I actually still design my own and shoot it up there on the internet, and
The time
it
factor
takes me no
savings.
time at all to put it together for doing that. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to show you where you don't need a website, and I'm going to show you where you can do offline marketing of this CPA and make a ton of cash as well with CPA networks. You need to know how. It's all in the know-how. Once you know how to do it, you're going to make the money with this.
That's the key words right there, everybody. The time savings for that part alone is where you can focus on making money. The things that you need to do to make money. Don't get caught up in all the design and how you have to design this and make this pretty. It's going to be done for you, those templates. That in itself is very powerful. We got some more questions here. One of the questions is, how much time and money is it required to get going, e.g. on a daily basis, weekly basis, and a monthly basis? You can use any of those examples, daily, weekly, or monthly.
Okay, let me use a daily basis. Okay, I can basically show you that you can do it for either zero or do it for just a few dollars. I'm not talking about a few $100s. I'm talking about $7, maybe $40 for a whole week, and that's it. Okay, and you don't pay it to me. You'll learn what you do and how you do it to make it happen just with a few dollars. And in many cases, you're not going to need money in regards to doing it. You're going to need money just for the material, and that's it. And I'm not talking about materials you buy from me. You're going to learn all that, what you can do with it, and how you do it, and how you're going to make money with it. And in many cases, I've taken $7, and made a couple $1,000s with $7 alone.
Awesome. I've learned just a little bit of time that Joe showed me some of his tricks. I did that with the My PC backup, and a little over a month, just not even doing it part time, made a little over $2,000 profit. I was tickled pink. I was hooked after that. And I said, Joe, you've got to show me some more of this. So that was the beginning of roping him into this. I'm so thankful that he's finally sharing what he's been doing all these years. I've seen the success myself, and it's powerful. I mean, this is very, very powerful.
And let me impart something here too as well. And I think it should be, I should tell everybody that, but what the course is actually, going to be today. I'm looking at this in a bigger picture. Okay. I'm looking at what I'm really looking at is once I get everybody here and people are making some really good money, and I collect your testimonials, and that's the only thing I'm probably going to be asking at the end, and how well you're doing with this, and how much money you're making, and put together some video testimonials. I want to go ahead because I'm out here in Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world. What I want to do is put on some seminars, okay? And what you're paying today is a small penny compared to what these seminars are going to be costing. People are making a ton of money in these things out here, and the fact is nobody's doing the CPA marketing out here. There are no. I haven't seen a single seminar. We just had a big meeting out here with a lot of the internet gurus that are doing different things and everything else, and meeting at the mansion out here, and kind of like imparting some of the information. But with this right here, this is going to be beyond things that you've actually seen, and it's for the ordinary person as well. A lot of that stuff isn't for the ordinary person. I'm sure those that bought Wassos, you get the PDFs, you get the videos, you sit down there and say, okay, now what? Who do I talk to? I have questions. You can't talk to anybody. In this case, you're going to get that opportunity. In another case, when I actually do seminars out here, it's going to be for one day, and that's it. You don't talk to anybody at that point. Not going to provide that time. In this case, it's very unique because people are going to get my time. I'm going to give the opportunity to talk to me, and at the same time, I'm going to follow through with everything you do, step by step, to make sure you stay on the right track, you do the right thing, and you know the information itself. And I'm going to make absolutely sure of that, as I said, step by step. Here, take me by the hand. Let's make it happen. That's the way it's going to be.
Tell them real quickly about the people that you met at walking to the buffet and at the hotel there where you were at in Vegas.
Oh yeah, I'm out there and with my family. We go to the M Hotel Casino. I go there to the buffet, with my family. And we have a good time. Beautiful buffet, beautiful buffet. And I mean, it's humongous. The area itself. I mean, they got a wine cellar there and everything else. I mean, it's really nice. I'm not into wine. I don't drink that. Period. My children, in the car. So I'm out there and I'm talking to these individuals. They got this. I'm seeing they're standing in line. I'm having my kids up there, and they're getting okay, thank you. And what they're getting is what is it? Yogurt. Okay, so I got these people with big signs on their back, and what they're doing is giving instruction in web design, and what it is WordPress. So I stop them. I'm interested. I'm talking to them for a minute. I talk to, and the one guy wearing the coach on the back, of course, that's the person I'm going to approach. After talking to him, I find that they're charging, $800 for the course. And the course is only for a few hours that day, and they have a couple hundred people there. Well, now they're going to charge. They says, well, what do you charge after the course? They says, well, we showed them how to monetize the site for $750 for our next course. Now, as I'm talking to this guy, of course, I want to bring up about plugins and this and that, and the security problems, with WordPress, among other things, how do you secure your site? He couldn't answer the question. He referred me to his protege there. So I talked to her, and she just claimed up. She said, well, we're not into that. We use course materials, and we provide it to these people. We don't do that part of it. Well, that's very significant. So I'm finding that these people really don't know about WordPress. They're using some course materials that somebody put together and placed out there, and they're getting these people for over $1,000 and teaching them some basics from some course materials. They do a couple hours, and they don't see them ever again, except for the next course showing how to monetize. Now, those people who don't know how, they're paying over $1,000 to get to that point right there. And this is beyond.
And then chances are that course materials 2, 3, 5, who knows how old it is, and it doesn't even work anymore.
Yeah, I have a website up there right now that all you guys can get access to. If you don't know about WordPress, you will know about WordPress. I do use a lot of different HTML sites, and I'm going to show you about that too. But the main thing is getting you where you should be to make the CPA money. But the thing is it's called ClassicCommunications.com, and it's a login. It's a free website. You don't pay a dime for it. I got a 7-day course there where you learn all about it, my favorite plugins, among other things. I don't have. I indicate what they are and text, and I'll tell you what. If you walk away from there and you can't design one, then you just didn't study the course. It's a very simple course. You can do it all in one day if you want, but it's a 7-day course, and that's what I always have done. I've always done things to make it easy for people to get up and running. Because at the end of that course, I also teach people how to monetize their site to make money, but I'm not charging for it. But yet these people are paying over $1,000 to get something that's just bare basic and never get into the technical things that they need to know that are very simple as well. They
I'll
need to
post
be
it. I'll
taught
post it
to,
where everybody can see it, so they can save it for later.
yeah, classiccommunications.com. But I'll tell you what, this is something that's totally different from that. And like I said, I'm taking everyone by the hand and going to show you exactly how to do it. Whatever you need, I provide. Whatever you need to get into to make sure it all occurs, it's going to be right there and provided for you. So, and that's me. I'm going to walk you through this step by step. The first time after I talk to you, you're going to get an assignment. And I'm going to take you all the way to the end of that assignment, where at the end of that, you're going to have a finished product itself that you put together, and it's going to be so simple. When you hear about some of these things, they're so simple, but it's just the know-how and making it happen and making money with it.
One other thing that we want to bring up really fast on that same subject, as far as keeping up with the technology, and things do change. I mean, even in the CPA marketing, no matter where you're at, that's why you need to have ongoing help. You need hand-holding. You need that coaching. You need that consulting, because this game of CPA marketing will change. It can change drastically, literally overnight. So if you were to purchase some big guru course for $2,000-3,000, which they're out there, CPA Tsunami was out there. I'm trying to remember, the Magic Bullet was out there. It was $3,000. All of that's already obsolete. Why do I know that? Because I purchased the Magic Bullet myself 3 years ago. Doesn't even work anymore. It had a big, beautiful blog that was supposed to automate these quick, down and dirty blogs that were supposed to make money all over the internet. Doesn't work anymore. The system that they used and the methods they were using don't work. So guess what? They made millions of dollars, laughed all the way back. A handful of people made a little bit of money. The techniques don't work. And that's the way the way the cookie crumbled for 99% of the people, including myself. The difference here is we're going to be there actually, literally every month, taking you to the workshops and the one-on-one coaching to help you along, because there's going to be offers that you're going to go and try that are going to be taken down for whatever reasons. They're not going to be converting anymore, and you're going to need to know the latest techniques to make money. And that's what you got Joe for. That's what you got our Skype setup rooms for you. We got some other goodies we're not going to tell you about yet. But I just wanted to make sure everybody understood that, though. This changes just like any other online business. Anybody that tells you it doesn't, they're not telling you the truth. This is constantly changing. How often do these offers come and go, Joe? Tell people a little bit more about that.
Oh, the offers, some offers have been around for quite a few years and continue to go, such as with Partner with Paul, where you're making anywhere between $3 to $4.50 with that. And I do really well. I love, working in regards to promoting Partner with Paul. That particular offer, I do very well with it. A lot of people like it because it's a business opportunity. But some offers actually switch up. But I can show you how to switch those offers without ever having to actually pull in the website and make a change, or pull in your product and make a change, whatever it is. And I really, when I look at all this, what you're going to learn, and I look at it this way, I'd like to see each and every one of you have your own CPA empire, okay? And CPA Crusher, and this is what all about. I shouldn't call it CPA Empire, but I want everybody to understand the fact that if you take action, you be consistent, and at the end of that, you also are organized. So I'll get you there if you're not there already, but I'm going to organize you as well, so you can actually take something like this and actually put it together with yourself, but with my assistance all the way through, almost like looking over your shoulder. In a lot of cases, I will be, and this is going to be put together, and it's like you're done with the first project, you're making money with that project, you're running with the project at the same time. Now you're ready to learn your next, and you're ready to learn your next. This is a CPA empire. For me, I just don't like doing one thing, because one thing is not good enough for me. I have to do multiple projects, because that's where the money's at, okay? And if I'm dealing with multiple CPA networks, I'm getting checks and payments from all those multiple CPA networks. Every time it comes out, it's there for me. It never ends. And that's what I love about it. While everybody else is going to a job, it's 9 to 5, 8 to 5, or overnight, while they're working, and while everybody else is giving them directions and telling them what to do and being all stressed out, I can't do that. I just can't do it. And this is going to help people get through that, get over it, and move on with your own business. And that's why I say to build a CPA empire, and that's what needs to be done to make this all come into play and work the way you want it to, and to do whatever you want to do in your life. I love going on vacations. I just went on a vacation recently with my this summer with my family, many times actually, to SeaWorld, to Disneyland, and it's funny. I'm gonna show you something where I went down there and I used it, and I, the one plan that I had right down there in California, like I said, in Las Vegas, and I made it paid for the trip, that and a whole lot more.
Just the okay. I know what you're trying to
Yeah,
tell them.
they're gonna learn what it is. They're gonna learn what
I
it is,
got
but
you. I
that
got
and a
you.
whole lot more. I
I got.
want to get everybody on the same page, and I want to get everybody so based on what level of knowledge they have. Some of you already with CPA knowledge or knowledge of CPA networks already have some networks. Let's get you where you need to be, and I'm going to take you step by step so you get there. And at the same time, you put together and your moneymaker and make this happen in CPA marketing.
Well, we got a ton of questions that have come in here, and we got some of them already been answered. But one of them that's a really good question is for folks that are outside of the U.S. Do the 10 CPA networks you select pay via PayPal, or some CPA networks pay out via check, which is hefty fees to clear outside of the U.S.?
Both.
Okay, excellent question. Excellent question. Now, that's one other thing that you might want to touch on about the 10 CPA networks. They need to keep signing up for networks. They don't just sign up for 10 and wait. They need to keep doing it. So I know you've talked.
Start with this. I'm going to take you through it. The first day you sign up for 10, the second day you sign up for 10. I want you to get 10 solid CPA networks. You'll probably end up with more. The more you have, the better off you're going to be. And let me tell you why. Say, for instance, I'm with Neverblue. I'm with ROI Rocket. I'm with Max Bounty. And I'm with CPA Way and several other networks. I might turn around over here at Neverblue and see that they're offering something that, I mean, they have it for $1.35. I look over here at Max Bounty. They have it for the same offer, okay, for $2.45. I go over here and I look at CPA Way and I'm finding out that it's a little bit less. But I go over to the CPA, I go over to the next one and I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, well, they're going to give me $4 for it. I mean, which one do I go with? That's the diversity in payments in the CPA networks. And that's the reason why you have to have that many. But on that one page I was showing you, that's the reason why you're going to see exactly why multiple CPA networks are going to work for you. And if you don't, well, it won't work for you.
Excellent point. Excellent point. We've got some other questions pouring in through here. One of the other questions is, which is actually a really good question from Rick, is how hard is it to get into the networks?
It's not hard at all. Some of your networks are extremely difficult. I wouldn't refer you to Neverblue because a person who doesn't have, unless you're involved with them already, some of you CPA guys out there, but if you're not, if you're a newbie, don't even waste your time, because what's going to end up happening is they're going to deny you flat right because you can't show that you bring in a lot of traffic, okay, or traffic in general that they're looking for. All right, so the ones you're going to apply to, I'll be giving you a short list, but I'm going to take you to OfferVault and actually show you which ones to apply for, which ones not apply for. Each day, I'm going to say, here's your 10. Here's your 10. You're going to apply for those. Even if you get a denial from 1 or 2 out of, say, 5, you know, that's a good batting average. But the thing is, you're going to get approved, and I want you approved the first week for at least 10 CPA networks and ready to go.
All right, that's an excellent question here coming in there, leading right up from that question there. How long, time-wise, does it take to get those 10 CPA networks per day to sign up for them?
I'm really hoping if you jump in here and you take action and you're consistent with it and you organize it, that what's going to happen is you can do it in a week. I have people already who have done it in 1 week.
Well, the daily, what they were asking was the daily, like they need to sign up for 10 CPA networks, 10 a day. At a minimum, and if they're serious and they truly want to change their.
If you're serious, if this is a business, this is a big business, you know, a CPA empire basically is what it is. The CPA empire. If you're really serious about this, then I'll tell you what. I know me, if somebody approached me today and I didn't have any knowledge or I was a newbie and I seen this right here, what was going on, you know, are you sure only 10? Can I do 50 today?
Yeah, exactly.
10's not enough for me. I want to do 50.
Right. Well,
I'd sit there and lock my position right in there, and I'd be doing 50 in front
That's exactly right. With laser-like focus, block out everything else. Get rid of that MLM opportunity. Get rid of that WSO you're looking at. Get rid of that video marketing. Get rid of whatever course. I mean, focus on one thing. That's the ticket. I mean, and I've been guilty of it also. But I'm just reminding you that if you're going to do this, be serious, be real. We don't want to waste your time. You don't, and vice versa. We want to make sure that this is going to rock and roll for you. Please, if you go forward with the CPA Crusher, you can make phenomenal money. It can truly change your life, your financial life, make life better for you financially. But you got to stay focused. You can't do 10, 2, 3, 4, 5 opportunities at once. I know that's an oxymoron. And please, I'm not trying to insult anybody's intelligence, I promise you. But I'm just reminding you that we're serious. This is serious business here. This is a multi-billion-dollar business. My friend Joe, I've already said, the money that he makes consistently every month, there are days that he makes thousands of dollars per day. And you know what? There's a time period that you can do the same thing. Nobody's guaranteeing that you can do that overnight. You won't do that overnight. But you'll learn the skills that you can do this anywhere in the world, any time of the day. You need an internet connection and to make it happen. So one of the questions that they're asking is if they're signing up for 10 CPA networks per day, following your directions, Joe, roughly how much time per day is that just to sign up for those CPA offers, these networks?
And how quickly you can type and how quickly you can provide the information.
Okay.
Everybody provides information. Some are a little slower than others. Some very fast in providing the information. Okay. It shouldn't take you long at all. Your 10 CPA networks. I can sign up for 10 CPA networks in about, maybe less than an hour.
Okay.
Okay, quickly.
So let's go ahead. Go ahead.
And let me tell you this. I have an interest in you being successful. If I have a goal in you being successful, and that's why I want to drive you to success. Okay, and whatever means possible, I'm going to drive you to success. All right, because I have a goal in all this, and I already said it earlier. Why? But
yeah, he's dead serious about saying.
I definitely want to get you there, and I have a reason for it. I've already expressed my reason why I stated my reason why I'm going to get you there.
We both want to shake your hands in Las Vegas. Bottom line, we want to know that you're doing this. We want to know it's real for you. We don't want a big guru thing out there. We want to see results. We want to see you making money, because this will be a much bigger, more complex course down the road.
Oh, it's going to be much more expensive than it is.
Yes,
it's going to be beyond. It's definitely going to.
But you're going to be making money. The point is, just put on your blinders, get laser-like focus, invest in your business, invest in you. At least an hour, 2 hours a day, 5, 6 days a week. Don't do anything else. Go down in your basement if you have one, or wherever you can get away from the kids. I mean, hey, I got a 2-year-old. I totally get it. I've got a wife and other, kids. I totally get the distractions, JOBs, all those other things. I totally understand all that. You get laser-like focus. If your time period where nobody's there, where you can focus on something, it's 5 a.m. in the morning, do it. If your time's 10 o'clock at night, make no excuses. No excuses at all. Come to the training. Come to the workshops that we do. If it's not convenient for you because you're in another country that's not in the U.S., we're going to do the best we can to accommodate you. But again, if you're truly serious about changing your life as far as making the money that your goal is, whatever that goal is, if it's $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, whatever it is, then you'll find time to come to the workshop. You'll find time to meet me today. You'll find time to get in with Joe if it is 5 a.m. in the morning, because you know that it works. And you will know what it works when you come on board. You'll see the quality of the training. You'll see the quality of our commitment to you. Again, I'm actually giving you my real cell phone number. I'm giving you real Skype IDs for both of us. You're going to meet with me for briefly, 10 or 15 minutes. Make sure everything's a fit. If it's not a fit, we won't go forward. That's just straight up. I'm sorry.
When you get in the Skype room, make absolutely sure that you PM me so we can get started right away. If you don't PM me, you'll be locked in the Skype room just talking to people. I don't want you talking to people. I want you talking to me right away so I can get you started like now.
Right.
Okay. And Rick has been chasing me for the past 6 months to do this. I've been very comfortable.
Over 4 months every week,
Yeah. I've been comfortable sitting in my home, watching myself make money day in, day out with this. And I didn't want to do this at the beginning until I started thinking about it. And I said, something, there's something, not only in it for a lot of people who need this and need to get rid of that 9-to-5 job, among other things. But also I was looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture I already expressed to you. So I definitely have a big interest in making sure you're successful with this 100%.
Now we got some other questions that are coming in. One question that I have: who here? I'm just curious. You've listened to Joe. You know, you will know if you don't already know that it's real. You will know very shortly when you come on board. There's a couple of people on this call tonight that are with us. They'll tell you exactly the same thing. That we're here to make sure that you're successful. If you're committed to your success, we're committed 100% to helping you. I want to know. I want to see if you're paying attention. Who here is serious about changing their life? Who here is serious about making the money? Whatever your goal is. I want to see a money goal. I want to see a show of people in here. Type in here what you're wanting to make a month. Whatever it is, $1,000, $500, $5, $10,000. I want to see how serious you are. I want to see a show of hands. 2,000, 10,000. Okay, that's not enough. We need more. We need more people participating. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, 10,000 is a fantastic goal. 2,000 is a fantastic goal. $1,000 a month. Who else is with us right here? Let's get down to the brass tacks here. Want to make an income. Okay, well, what kind of income? That's not detailed enough. You need to get laser focused on your goals. And I'm not saying this to be Anthony Robbins or any of that kind of thing, but it's the truth. The more focused you are on exactly what you want to have for your income goals. We're not here to browbeat you, but it's all about freedom. Money buys opportunity. Money will buy you options. It doesn't solve all the problems in the world, but it sure makes life a lot easier normally when you don't have any. When you have a little bit of money, life gets a little easier. It gets a lot easier usually when you can afford to buy the things that you feel that you need for your family and yourself. Can Joe prove what he's making? Okay, excellent question. He's already proved that to you, that he's already the guy that knows what he's doing. Do you need to see fancy screenshots or something from ClickBank? Is that what it takes to convince you? I'm just curious.
I can put anything on the screen, and a lot of these marketers do the same thing. They give you a ton of screenshots and everything else. But I don't do that for obvious reasons. Okay, what I do, okay, is get you there.
You mean you're not that 19-year-old kid that was living on the street corner that was begging for money 3 weeks ago in front of $1 million house with a $100,000 Lamborghini next week?
That's not me.
That's not you? Man, I thought I got that course, man. Really? You're not that 21-year-old kid that's been doing it for 26 years and is making $1 million a year? You're not that kid?
Are you talking about the one that's not on the internet anymore?
Oh, yeah, the one, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the same one that came up under a different name and sold a $500,000 course and ripped everybody off last year has got a whole nother assumed name, and he looks like he's this young 21-year-old kid, and he's probably a woman in his. Oh yeah.
It's too easy to put up a screenshot, and websites to make it look like that, and everything else. I mean, I'm not definitely going to do that. I make my money. I do what I need to do. I get it done, and that's it. If you're worried about some screenshots, then you have to see another Wasu. You have to go.
Yeah, go buy another Wasu. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what. Right here. It's all about pure content. It's all about pure, taking you by the hand and getting you there where you need to be. As I said, I have an extreme interest in this, and I mean,
I'm pumped, man.
You're gonna learn is ready to go.
I'm pumped for that Las Vegas deal.
Yeah, there's nobody is going to take you by the hand and show you this. I'll tell you what. Go call some of those guys, these so-called internet gurus, and tell them after you look at their videos and their PDFs that you want to talk to them. And see how fast they talk to you, or go ahead and go to the support center and submit a support ticket, and they may get back to you the same day or maybe a week from now. But I'll tell you what, you're not going to be able to talk to them on the phone. You're not going to be able to have them talking to you on Skype, giving you step-by-step instructions what to do because you couldn't figure out what it was that they were providing to you. This is totally different. This is 100% different. You're going to find nothing else like this on the internet today.
Or there are other options for everyone here that's not serious. I mean, you can actually go out and buy that $2,000 or $3,000 course, fly out to Vegas or San Diego, California, or wherever the hot spot is, and maybe possibly see that guru. But you're not going to be able to speak to him. You're not going to really interact with him. You'll hear this big rock and roll event and an atmosphere, and everybody's going to be happy. And 2 later, you're going to go home broker than you came. 6 months down the road, you're going to be hating that you bought it. And that's 99% of the time. I hate to say it that way. That's the truth. And some of you may have gotten results. If you did get those results, you probably wouldn't have been on this call. And again, I'm not trying to make anybody mad. That's the truth. So I've flown on that plane and taking that trip across the country. And didn't get. I actually got to meet a couple of the gurus. That's not true, but in general, you don't get to meet the heavy hitters. You're going to see them from a distance, and they had the audacity to charge the $2,000 and all the other fees and other things, and then still pitched us continually for 2.5 days, anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 coaching sessions after we paid that $2,000 just to get there. And guess what? When I did need help, literally, I'd get a response via email 2-3 days later, and most of the time it was wrong or didn't work. I couldn't get anybody to pick up the phone. And when I did get an answer that actually worked for the traffic guys, and that's just some other I won't even get into some of the other courses I've personally purchased that didn't work. It took a week to actually get an answer. I mean, between me and Joe, he's on the west coast of the United States, Vegas. I'm on the east coast of the States. Usually available. We've got days set where we are set Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. He's available during his hours. I'm available Tuesdays and Saturdays. We have set hours, but the truth is today, we're still in there today, answering questions in minutes.
I was there this morning.
Yeah.
I was there this afternoon, all the way up to the time of the webinar.
Yeah.
Because today's supposed to be my day off from this, so I can take care of my own business. And when I seen people needed help, so actually 3 different people, and I jumped right in there, no problem. Invited them into my screen. Let's get it going. All right, let's get it done.
Yeah, those of you that are serious, here, somebody write this down. This is only for people that are serious. Here it is. Here, I'm throwing my phone number up there. I want to make sure, with a show of hands, I want to see a show of hands. Did everybody get that phone number? Did they write it down? Let's find out who's serious and who's not here. I want to see who's paying attention. Did you get that phone number? I guess they didn't get it. I'm not seeing anybody so far showing their hands. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. Yeah, that's my real cell phone number. Okay, that's not an email. It's not a phony Google Voice subscription. In fact, I'm going to turn that phone on here in just a few minutes. I'll do it right now. Let's see if I can turn this phone on where everybody can hear it. Bear with me for just a second. I want to see if anybody else here has had that similar experience of purchasing a big guru course and flying across the country or across the world and was highly disappointed. Let's see if anybody else will tell the truth and see if they've gone down that road.
I just posted up here my Skype username for everyone to see.
Yeah, type mine in too, please, because for some reason I'm not able to type in there. The way we did it today is a little different, but that's all right. Yeah, type mine in there.
What do you got for
Rick? Yeah, put my phone number up there. That's fine. Yeah, there you go. Put it on this. That's even better, right there. Hello. This could be your son, huh?
Can you hear me there?
Yeah, I hear you just fine. Put it in there.
Okay, good. Okay, I'll do it in a second here.
Get her done.
Yep. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, we got people here. I've got a course that $3,500 for 3 that I can sell to anyone, whoever wants it today for $500. Yeah, I'll bet you. If you can get $500 for it, I need to see what you're doing, man, because I guarantee you probably couldn't get $100 for it, Mark. And I've got the same. I've done it. I've done it several times, Mark. Mark, did you? Oh, this gentleman, Mark. I know Mark. Mark, did you fly across the country? He's in Vancouver, British Columbia. But Mark, did you fly across the country to go see the gurus live? I want to see. That's right. Yeah, no, I didn't get that. No, yeah, no, I didn't get to do that. But he's right about it. He said, I'd take $100. Yeah, I bet that's right. I'll bet you $1 you couldn't get $100 for that course right now. That's the truth, though.
I know.
No, I didn't get that benefit. Ooh, I shook Mike Canning's hand and some of his henchmen. Ooh, wow, it makes me feel great.
Took a picture with him.
No, I didn't take a picture. I wasn't that vain. No. There was several of the gurus there, but when we got there, it was they literally for 2.5 days. I can't remember how many coaching programs they shot at us, and the most expensive one was $10,000, $10,000 or $12,000. I don't even remember now.
Did he talk to you personally after?
No, of course not. No. We had we had 200-300 people there, and they had the big rock star atmosphere and pump you up music and all this beautiful stage and some of the top internet marketers of the world and This is where the Frank Kerns hang out, and the help me out with the product launch guy, the Jeff Walker style setup. The top guys in the industries. I mean, San Diego, California is known as a hot spot, just like Las Vegas. So another hot spot is Austin, Texas, the Ryan Dice type people. And
Dr. Dan.
yeah, oh yeah, Dr. Penn stuff. We're not gonna go there. Yeah, Rick's saying I've purchased hot. Yes, but made nothing for them. Okay, that's the truth. There it is. See, we got a few people telling the truth here. That's good. Awesome. That's
I like your-
I mean, it's painful to share those things sometimes, but you need to know that we've been there ourselves. Joe's actually, and I'm just he's given so much to our groups in the past in the masterminds, just continually. I mean, I'm his biggest cheer. Again, been after him a long time to do this. People that are inside already are just jumping all. I mean, they're just excited because they finally see, hey, man, this CPA thing is not as mystical and something out there that you can go out there and like you can't do anything about it. No, you can actually go out there, set these things up, get them rolling. Once you're approved, literally in the same week after you're approved, get rolling, start making money. This isn't something that you've got to go through 175 videos and 350 pages of PDFs and click this course, click this button, and you might be able to get in or your password doesn't work. It doesn't work like that at all. You need the one-on-one. We're investing in you our time, and we can't get that time back. So that's why when you meet with me, I mean, literally my phone's on now. I mean, somebody could even call if they wanted to, but here in just a few minutes, I will definitely be available. Put my Skype in there too, please. You didn't put my Skype. Please, could you do that? I want them to talk to me first through Skype, or you can call on the phone. It's not a big deal. But I want to make sure that I have your contact information on Skype because I will be putting you in the Skype room for this training. And our day-to-day operations will be there. There you go. Thank you. So everybody here, I like the PDF thing. It's kind of old-fashioned, but I do like that, man. Everybody sees it, big and everybody, no excuses. There you go. Well, you don't have to put capital letters, but they get that. Rick Hodge, it's all fine. Rick.Hodge2, there it is. You need to go ahead and contact me. I'm going to turn Skype on real fast. I don't normally do that because it might mess up toward the end here. Let's see. Bear with me for a second. So we want to make sure that everybody's a fit, that we can help you the most, and that's why if you do come on board today, you're actually going to need to talk to me first. I'm kind of the unofficial gatekeeper for this operation because we don't want to waste Joe's time. That's just being honest. So if you're for real, you want to get started, you're excited, you see the possibilities, and you're ready to rock and roll and actually start making money, then PM me on Skype. Hit that phone number, either one, and we'll talk more about it. And we'll be very brief about it. We'll find out if you're real or not. Are you ready to make money? Are you ready to start making money for a change? Are you ready to stop buying all those worthless WSOs and ClickBank offers and whatever else you've been purchasing?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go with it and get the people signed up and meet them in the Skype room and start getting things going right now.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, we got a bunch of questions here. So do we call you before purchasing? No, you can purchase first.
No.
I'm going to make sure you can call me too, but I'm going to make sure that you purchase. I'm not going to waste your time or mine. Just being totally honest with you. You're going to talk to me. If it's a fit and we're both on board, we know that you're a fit and you're ready, serious, we're going to move forward. If you're not a fit, that's totally fine. We'll move forward and, we won't, you won't be in. Whatever you want to do with that, that's totally fine with me. Because we're not looking for hundreds and thousands of people to be part of this. We don't have the time for that. I mean, we learned the hard way just here recently that we can't be 5 different people at 5 different time zones. So we're going to have this training. We're available in the rooms for you. And literally, I really don't know what else to tell you. The bottom line is you can talk to me here in just a couple of minutes. We'll make sure you're fit. If you are a fit for our program, then we're going to move forward. Then I'll transfer all those notes over to Joe. I don't know, Joe. Do you have any?
Absolutely.
Do you have time to meet with anybody today that comes on board?
I will. I absolutely will. I
Okay.
want to meet with those who come on board today. That way I can find out where they're at and get started with them right away. I mean, I don't like delaying any time. I like to get started with them right away and get people with their first project ready to go.
Now we've got some questions in here. One of them, everybody's chomping in the bits. They want to know how much it is. We're going to get to that in just a minute. We're not, believe me, we're going to answer those questions. One of these questions, is there a guarantee? And that's an absolutely excellent question. Here's what we're going to have for a guarantee. Okay, you're going to come on board and show us that you're real, and you're going to purchase that. You're going to go through the PayPal link. You're actually going to talk to me, and if it's not a fit, then we're not going to move forward. We're not going to take your money. We don't want it. Bottom line is, if you are a fit, it's going to be $97 a month. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Tell them a little bit more about what they're actually going to get for that $97 a month.
You're going to get my personal attention. You're going to get I'm going to walk you through this, take you by the hand, step by step. Okay, and there are many projects that you need to go with right away. I mean, if you one project to get started with right now, okay, but I need to talk to you first to find out where you're at, what level you're at, if you've been involved in CPA before, and if in fact you have enough CPA networks to get going right now. And if you don't, I'm going to set it up where we're put it together, and you're going to be able to sign up right away to get involved with this. As soon as you do, that's when everything is created at that point. I'm going to take you through this, step by step as to what you need to do. You're going to see many times you're going to see my screen, or I'm going to see yours if you're having problems, and show you exactly what you need to do to get to where you need to be right now.
Yeah, that's important that everybody knows that. You're literally going to have a chat with me first for 10, 15 minutes. And we're going to find out a little bit more about you. You're going to find out a little bit more about us. And if it's a go, hey, you know what? You can hold off on that even. You can call me right now, and I'll answer your questions really briefly. Okay? And I'm not seeing anybody PMing me on Skype yet, but that's okay. We're here, and we'll put the button up here in just a few minutes. But if it is a go, we're going to go forward. The first month is going to be an application process. I'm not going to spend 2 or 3 hours of my life putting you in and then put you to Joe and him spending a couple hours for you to refund. That's just being honest with you. And I don't know anybody else that's going to tell you that. Many people would sit there and say, oh, we have a money-back guarantee for 30 days, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? This is our time. We cannot get that time back. So if you see the value in that, you understand that the time investment, if you understand what we provide, what we're offering you today, and realizing that this isn't some pre-recorded course that we're just going to send you to a deal and never see you again. This is something that you get ongoing help. How much assistance? You told me, I believe it was 1 hour each and every month, each person that comes on board today. After the first month, and that's not even what we do on the front end. I'm going to myself going to invest 2 to 5 hours in each one of you this month. Okay, Joe's going to invest at least 2 hours of his life in you this month. Each and every month after that, you're going to get an hour of his time. How much did you make last month, Joe? Just give me a ballpark.
Oh, I did. I hate to say it. I did very well.
Did you?
You threw out there 20,000. I did a lot better than that last.
Okay. Well, we were being very conservative with it. So yeah. Let's just boil that down. Well, I know. He's very modest, and that's understandable. But let's just.
People to get false expectations is what it is. You're not going to make right off the bat what I make today. Okay, there's no way possible that you can possibly do that. But I'll tell you what, right off the bat, you're going to make money, and you're going to make some good money. And the thing is after you follow through with the plan, and the first month, that's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn what the plan is, and I can guarantee you, I guarantee you this, if you start right now, okay, before that end of the month even comes near, some of you will already have started on your second and maybe even third project. Okay, so it's up to you at your level, once you come in, and that's what Rick's going to screen, and whether you're ready for this. And if you are, then you're going to do some phenomenal things and bring money into your life, but it's going to be, I look at it as CPA money. I get so excited about this when I talk about it to anybody, even on the streets, that this is, and I don't bring in people from the streets. I bring it today. This is when I've been, talking to people right here, right now, and letting you know what I'm going to do. I mean, when you really think about it, how many people are going to take you by the hand and you're going to talk to this person personally, and they're going to show you step by step, show you their screen many times, see your screen so you can see exactly where you're making mistakes or whatever the case may be to get you straightened on a fine line to get you going, to get you where you need to be. How many people are going to do this? I mean, what are they going to charge you? Are they going to charge you $20,000 to come out to your home? $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 to give you this personal instruction to come out to your home to do it, to make it happen? Sure, absolutely.
You on that subject,
It's not going to happen.
on that same subject, excellent point. There's a gentleman, I won't mention his name, that came into our group just a few days ago. Literally, we used to fly from where he lives to your hometown, would get off the plane, stay in a hotel, come to your house or wherever you wanted to meet at, and charge you $20,000 for 2 weeks of his time to teach you how to do stock market trading. It was on options. You paid 20 grand for that. There were no guarantees. You spent 2 weeks with him, and you paid him $20,000 before he even got on a plane. $20K. And so that's the and the funny thing about it is he's over. That's what's crazy to me. So, but anyway, he saw the value of that. So we won't go any more than that. But that's just one of many people though that see the value of it, that have made large sums of money, that know the potential of CPA marketing. So I'm not seeing I'm seeing some of the same questions we had here before. Let's see if there were some more different questions. Let's see.
Try to get everybody's questions, answered if possible, with the time that I have today.
So you can call me right now. There's people.
I gotta jump into the Skype rooms too, right? Because I got people there ready to get started. So I'm just about there. Hopefully after that you can handle it and get these people on a straight line.
Okay.
I think I said everything that people actually need in response to their questions. Okay, that they have, and if there's any more, just let me know right now so I can jump right on it and get them to understand this is something they're never going to see again, but they're never going to be able to participate in again. This is something that it's just, I look at it as phenomenal. I just wish I had somebody to teach me from the beginning.
Right.
I didn't have to do all the testing and learn. I learned when everything was just an embryonic stage. Just started, period. And to me, it's still in the embryonic stage. And there was nobody there taking my hand. I had to learn myself and research it and develop new ideas and test over and over again for years. Nobody taught me. There was nothing there when I first started all this.
Oh, we got some more different questions. Now, we had some of the same questions, so I didn't want to go through those again. But we got another excellent question here. Can you run through how to get traffic and the budget for traffic?
I'll tell you what. With a lot of this stuff, you don't even have to be concerned about traffic. And I just talked to a gentleman that was 2 days ago, and he's in the group, and that's what he was so concerned about, traffic. I showed him something where he didn't need to get traffic, where he brought traffic in without having to do anything. It took 2 hours of his time, actually. I can't lie about that. It took 2 hours of his time to do it, and he brought some significant traffic in, and he made some significant conversions. So it's like, you have to understand that traffic to me is not even a consideration. You can get into that. I can show you some significant backlinking and how to get it to sites that are getting millions of hits, hundreds of thousands of hits even, but I'll tell you what, it's not a significant point at today, all right, or in CPA marketing to me. I've learned how to avoid a lot of that, to go right out there and get results now, opposed to waiting for some traffic and waiting weeks and months and years for a couple thousand people to get to my site.
There's a question about on Monday. It says, can we do this on Monday? Don't get paid till then. That's perfectly fine. Just make sure to call me on my cell phone. And I'm in the eastern part of the United States in the Pittsburgh area. So just remember that I will have my cell phone on. If I don't answer right away, please leave your name and your number, a way to contact you, those kind of things. I am here in the States. The best thing to do is get me on Skype also, though, because I do carry an iPad. I'll work with local businesses every day, and I'm making presentations literally off and on all day. And I have my iPad with me, and I can get on Skype in minutes. And if you're here in the States, it's really, really easy to get a hold of me for cell phone in Canada and so forth. If you're international, sometimes it seems like the people that call me international, if I don't pick up the phone in 2 seconds, they say I didn't pick up the phone. No, you didn't call me back. So I will contact you back if you're here. And I have my iPad with me. So yes, Monday's fine, totally fine. No, there's no pressure. You have to do it at a certain time. The only thing that we are looking for is people that are committed to success. There's no, we don't have the room or the time to deal with we don't have room for 100 people, and we don't have a set magic number there can only be a certain amount of people. But I will tell you this: for what we offer, we truly only have room for another 25, 30 people at this level, because of the fact of the matter is, each and every one of you are going to take probably 5 hours or more of our personal time this month, and not to mention the workshops that are going to be doing. Tell them a little bit more about the workshops. I mean, just
Easily.
you know,
What I do is I invite 10 of you at a time into my Skype group, okay? And you're able to see my screen. And I'm showing you step by step how to do things, and you're able to ask any questions you have or anything of that. And anybody's having trouble with anything, I take care of it right there. I explain what it is, and a lot of times after that session, I'm going to go and you're going to invite me to your screen, and I'm going to show you what to do, how to troubleshoot it, how to take care of it, and let's get going. My thing is getting you going as soon as possible and keeping you on a straight and narrow line continually to the ultimate point of progress where you're making money. My goal is to make sure you make money, and I have an interest in you making money.
yeah, we want each and every one of you to literally be excited each and every month that you're a part of this, because the point of the matter is, yes, there's investment of your capital. Yes, there's investment of our time also. We want to make sure that you're making much more than the initial investment that it takes to find out how to do this. Each and every month, we want you to be making whatever your goals are. If your goals are 10 times what you have to pay for the course each month, then so be it. We want to make sure that happens. We don't want to stop till that happens. And the only way you will fail is if you don't do the steps all the way through it. And you can do that. This is not a full-time job. It could be if you chose to do. But we're talking about something you can do in your spare time when you're not at your job or whatever else you're doing. However, that we want to make sure that you understand this. We said this earlier. If you're going to do CPA marketing, we want you to please put away all the WSOs, literally delete them from your computer, whatever you need to do. Get on another computer that doesn't have all that junk on it, and do just what we're teaching. Okay, well, okay, all right.
I won't put. I will not put.
Jack, let me call you back, brother. You got my contact. PM me on Skype. All right.
I won't put my Skype on right now because it would be, offensive
Jack.
to you, and it is to me because, after this, that's when I have to jump in the room, and there's several people I have to talk to today, and that's what I do. I jump right in there, and I make sure that they're on the right page, that they're doing what they're supposed to do. Keep your Skype on, because if you do that, I'm going to be popping in every now and then to make sure whatever you're doing it, and at the same time, to make sure that you're on the right page, okay?
Yeah, that's how where we are right there. I'm going to be answering these questions here in just a few minutes. And there's a couple other people that were wanting. They are, tomorrow's a big day for them. That's fine. That's totally fine. This offer's not going to disappear at midnight or any of that. This is ongoing, personal coaching to help you reach your goals. And we're going to find if you're fit. If you're fit, you're in. If you're not, that's totally fine. No hard feelings. You didn't invest any of your capital, and we didn't waste any of our time. And that's fine too. Maybe perhaps there's another time perhaps this isn't the best thing for you right now. But I can promise you this. You can keep looking on the internet. You can keep purchasing things that are not making you any money. And we're trying to help you not do that. Whether you get our course, you can go out and I don't know. I think Russell Bronson's got a $97 course. It's just a Skype room, and you get to watch all the gurus, how marvelous they are. And but it won't make you any money. You can get coaching. You can get coaching the Warrior Forum. And
I want people to know that I have complete newbies that are right now in the room, and I'm giving those people guidance. You got some great people in there too, but giving them guidance step by step as to what to do. I have many people on assignment right now, putting together their assignments, and they're doing a phenomenal job. And they've had no connection, no experience with CPA marketing.
There's a question from Rick here, a gentleman named Rick. I like that name. I can remember that name. Yeah. Hey, you can call me here in just as soon as we get off this webinar. Call me on my cell phone. That way we've got, and this is something else that we need to insist on everybody. We need your personal information. We need a cell phone at the very least, and a real Skype ID that you're going to check, a real email that you're going to check. We cannot chase you all over the internet. We're not going to do that. If you're dead serious about making money, you're dead serious about changing your life, we're investing our time and resources, and you're investing your capital with us. Well, let's get down to business. Let's get started. No games, no hype. Let's do it. Bottom line. So, I just want to make. Yeah, that's exactly, because you're not going to be. Literally, I'm the guy that you're going to talk to. We'll in 10 or 15 minutes or less, we'll know right exactly where we stand, and if it's a fit, rock and roll. Push that PayPal button. You can do that now. Either way, it doesn't matter. But if you're fit, we're going to move forward. Then you get to talk to Joe. Joe's going to give you ready, done templates. Boom. You're going to sit down with one session with me for 15, 20 minutes, sometimes maybe longer, sometimes less. I'm going to put you right over to Joe. Literally, he's going to give you the templates to get rolling. Literally, in just a few days, you're going to be in the CPA networks. Literally, in the same week. If you actually take action, you could very easily more than make the money that you invested in us right away. And we gave you the templates. You didn't have to do that work. You didn't have to try to figure.
Yeah, if you take action, definitely. I'm not going to guarantee anything if you don't take action. Okay, if you don't take action, if you're not consistent with this, and I don't mean once a week. Okay, I don't run this business once a week, and at the same time, you absolutely must be organized, and I'll get you there. If you don't know how to organize, I'll show you how to organize to get you right there. To keep track of everything, to stay right on top of it, because the CPA marketing, you really have to be on top of things, because if you let it go and you're not paying attention to what's happening, you're not going to make the money that you should be making. I'm not talking about statistics and all this, keeping track of this. I'm talking about the basic setup of everything to get going right now.
And it changes so fast, everybody. You've got to keep a track of what's going on. It keeps changing. The game, the way they run these networks, you've got to know. You 1 week you could be making an extra $400 or $500 on just one offer that's just super hot, and you had 10 offers that didn't make you any money at all. But if you didn't track it, if you didn't know, if it wasn't organized, the very next week that one offer that made you $400 last week could make you nothing this week, but the other 10 offers could be making $500 a week. You just didn't know it. So you got to track it. I can't say that enough. Joe. Is that fair? Is that the?
They ask me clicks. How many clicks did I get on a particular campaign? What do I care about clicks? I'm concerned about conversions. I want the money. I care less about some clicks.
You mean you care more about your pay? So you mean to tell me you care more about what shows up in your PayPal account than the clicks?
Absolutely.
Man, I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got a ton more questions. People are just scratching their head, going like, "Is this real?" Yeah, it's real. Who else does what we do? Who else gives you the real number? I see a couple of people have been posting the numbers in Skype. That's good. Thank you. I'll get to you. I also have my cell phone number. That's my actual cell phone number. That's not a Google Voice or some that goes somewhere else. That's me. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My buddy lives in Vegas, and I want to meet each and every one of you one day. I want to truly meet each and every one of you. I want to actually meet Joe for the first time. I've actually known him almost a year now from the online groups and back and forth, and probably. Yeah, the Sky. For those that don't know me, I'm pretty much I'm really known as the Godfather of Skype rooms. I've run so many different rooms, hundreds and hundreds of people, probably about 1,000 people in all the different rooms. I'd say 600-700 that are active in my Skype rooms. Literally a full-time. It's a little empire of its own, and so there's tons of contacts you're going to be able to make there. But right now, we need to focus on one thing, and that's making money with CPA marketing. Down the road, if you want to get in, you want to be introduced to some people that can help you with other products, great. You want to do WordPress? Great, I've got them. List building? Great, I've got all of that. You want to build a product? Fine, we got all that. But right now, you need to focus on one thing. If you want to make money with CPA marketing, if you want to make that extra $1,000 a month or $100 a week or whatever it is, then we want to make sure that happens for you. And we want to make sure that each and every one of you each month are excited about being part of this. You're like, oh man, it's $97 a month, because I know I've been there. No. Oh, wow. Hey, first month I made my money back that I invested. I learned a new skill that I can take anywhere in the world, and I actually made a few dollars. And I had these templates. How much time would it take somebody to design the templates that you're giving them if they went out there and built them? What would it cost them?
You know what? want to do it on your own. I'm not even talking about the cost. You don't want to do it on your own. And in a lot of cases, you're not going to need templates and things like that. I'm going to show you how you can avoid a lot of that. But whatever you need, I'm going to provide it.
I mean, and yes, you do get to keep those templates, whatever materials that he gives you.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, oh, well, you only stayed with us 3 months. You got it. No, it's yours, And that's the important part of it. You get the tools, the done-for-you services, our personal time to help you get where you need to be. And that's what matters. So we got some more questions here. Let's see. Is everyone? Oh, here's a great question here. If everyone is Hudson's asking, if everyone is using the same templates, won't this method get saturated?
No, absolutely not. This is a multi-billion-dollar market. Not everybody is doing it, and a lot of people who join these CPA networks and in the millions, they don't know what you're going to learn, and that's the reason why not. These templates, these things that I designed, they're not templates that somebody else designed. These are things that I've done, and I'm going to show you things that they haven't done yet, and you're going to be able to capitalize off of that.
I mean, you're not selling those on the Warrior Forum for $7.99 to 10,000 people?
Not a single one.
Really? Oh man.
Absolutely.
Okay, I feel a lot better about it now. Y'all can hear the cynicism there. I know that people are cynical. I'm having a little fun with you, but you get the point. Everybody here knows that. You can go see all these wonderful things that you can get for next to nothing, and that's what you get. Nothing. What do you?
I'm going to show you things where you don't need template one to get this started and get going right away.
Let's see. Here's some other questions. What if we can't get on a Skype chat with Joe? How do I get help? Okay, first of all, you've got to get on Skype. I don't, personally, yes, we've got an investment of our time. We're here to help, but we cannot accept you unless you can be on Skype, and I don't get a cell phone number for you. It could be $500 a month, doesn't matter. If we can't help you on Skype then you need to get serious and get on Skype. Sorry.
Right. They get in now, they'll be talking to me on Skype today.
Well, they don't even have Skype, so I mean they need to go get that. I'm sorry.
Download it. It's free to download.
Yeah, it's free.
It's free to use, and yeah, definitely.
Don't let Skype mess you up. I mean, you can literally watch a couple of videos, and okay. So talking about time. All right, it's an excellent question. The time factor is we could literally talk to you in the next few minutes. Joe will do the best he can to do the one-on-one with you. It's a time that's convenient for you. Now remember, I'm on there Tuesdays and Saturdays, all of the evenings. He's there Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I was there off and on, after church today and off and on all day yesterday. Each and every one of you will get that personal handholding each month to make sure that you get what you need. And we'll make sure. Now, the training, the workshops that we do as a group, those will be recorded. We can't literally do a personal workshop 20, every single day for each person. But you will get exactly. Tell them one more time what they're actually getting. There's some confusion there. We want to make sure everybody understands.
You're going to get everything you need. It's like right now somebody says, how to use Skype. Okay, I just logged into YouTube, and you type in how to use Skype. Well, there it is. There's a ton of videos showing you exactly how to use Skype. There's even a Skype video. Here's a tutorial for newbies in networks. How to use Skype right there. So if you don't know how, I know you know how to log into YouTube, youtube.com. You can go right there and it'll show you how to download. It's easy to download. You go to Skype.com, and when you actually go to Skype, there you are. Join now. Boom. You click on join, and that's it. And you actually, you're ready to go. There it is. You sign in. First, you can use any name. You don't have to use your name. Use any name. But it's good to identify yourself. I use Joe.webdesigner because I've been a web designer for so many years in the past, and I love doing what I do today. And as far as what I've learned, then actually it helps me considerably in the market today. And that's how you do email, and then you repeat your email, and that's it. Then you're able you download Skype, and you're done. It just takes that way. You create an account, you sign in, and it's over with.
One other thing that we haven't even mentioned yet is there are people that are ahead, even total newbies in the last 7 or 8 days that are just a little bit ahead. Some of you that are total newbies, you're going to be in the same room with them. Okay, they're going to be comparing networks. We're going to be comparing results with each other. They're there to help too. It's not just about me and Joe. It's the group that's there already. We've got about 35, I think it's 37 people that are in there right now, ready to rock and roll. A couple of them are on this call tonight, and they'll tell you the same thing. The help is there. Even if I'm not there and didn't answer your question in 5 minutes, there are other people that are there to help you. You get the one-on-one. You get the one-on-one with me to get you in, and then you get the one-on-one with Joe that matters. But all the techniques that you need to know will be explained and helped. The templates will be given to you, the one-on-one each and every month. I can't stress that enough. Who else does all of that and does that each and every month for you to make sure that you're making money? If you do the homework, you actually do the work. I mean, we're actually going to make you do. We're actually going to make you do a series of assignments. I know that people think, "Oh man, we're back in high school." Well, to a certain extent, it is that. I mean, when you went to college, huh?
Rick,
Well,
I had a guy I was talking to today. His name is Ricky, and he, he's in this group. He joined right away without any hesitation. He's a college student, and when I told him, I says, now you're in the CPA University, and that's exactly what it is.
yeah.
CPA. I should have entitled it CPA University because this. I mean, and that's exactly what it is. I'm your professor, and I'm going to teach you step by step how to do this. And it's just not one thing, but you're going to run several different ways, several different things you're going to do. And I believe in this. I mean, I might run out of 100 campaigns, you know what I mean, and sometimes in a day, I might say, and you don't have to, but that's what I suggest. When you start doing this, you can see how easy it is. And what I do is I see what works, what doesn't work. I stick with the things that work. I'm testing all the time, and I'm making it happen. And I'm going to show you the same thing. And in the Skype, in the Skype room that you have, everybody's going to be able to help each other out and testing things to make sure it works. Because some of these things involved with CPA networks, what happens is you turn it on because it's the advertising that they have, and they use a certain scripting language. When you send it to somebody and they click on that, and they click on it to get to that offer, what happens is your antivirus program jumps up, McAfee or whatever the case may be, and it turns around and says it's a threat site. Well, with people helping out each other and testing and everything else, you're going to be able to run with some 100% clickable ads where you're going to be able to make the money, and you don't have to worry about, hey, does this work or whatever the case may be. You're going to know it works as soon as you get it out there. Not everybody does that, and that's another reason why so many people do not make it in CPA marketing, because they don't know how to do this.
Excellent point. Excellent point. Because none of these people are your competition. You may think, "Oh my goodness, I don't want to share secrets with these people." You don't. That's far from the truth. The truth is, you're not competition to anybody. A multi-billion-dollar business. If you compared it to the WSO and ClickBank is, we'll just say for scale, 1,000 times bigger than the WSO world. Is that fair? Is that fair to say, Joe? 1,000 times bigger.
I'll tell you what, my magic box alone is going to make your money back. So when you learn about that, when you get to that level and you start using my magic box, I'll tell you what, you're going to be making a considerable amount of income, and you're going to be doing it on autopilot.
But on that same vein, how much?
About my magic box.
Right. On that same point, how much bigger is CPA marketing than ClickBank?
Oh God, see, ClickBank doesn't compare to CPA. They make money because you're dealing with a bunch of affiliates. In this case, you're talking about a billion-dollar market. I mean, as you know, ClickBank just hit that not too long.
Just
2 years ago.
Just recently,
That's it. But I'm talking about a multi-billion-dollar market. Okay, ClickBank is entirely different. You got people posting things. In this case, you have thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of CPA offers, depending on how many networks you're involved with. Some of them are the same. A ton of them are different. Everybody's doing something different. When you get involved with those CPA networks, you're going to find it, and you have advertisers that are beating their door down to get involved in that, so you can promote their offers and make money with it. They're literally giving you money. To me, it's a gift. Every time I make money with this, it's a gift to me. I've never been able to make free money before. Now I do. I had to work for it. To me, I don't consider this work. I love it. I'm happy every day when I do what I do. And now, teaching other people, it's like, you spark some light bulbs in their head that just goes off immediately after talking to them for a very short period of time.
We've got people that said that they need to have the website to join. It's right there for everybody. Maybe they missed that.
Right there, CPA Crusher course.megadealforyou.com.
Yeah, you have the control, so you might as well go ahead and make that a clickable, down in the chat. I'll try to do that here, but you got the controls over there. I'll do it too, though, just to make sure it gets done.
CPA Crusher course.megadealforyou.com. Okay, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, we got a ton more questions. Just like when I thought it would end, the questions keep pouring in. We literally just had a webinar on this course. Wound up being 173 questions. We were on for 3.5 hours. We're not doing that tonight. We're not going to be on 3.5 hours. This is Sunday. I'm gonna spend time with my family, but we've answered every question. There's a few others. We'll get them, but we're not going to answer 173 today. That was crazy, but we answered everybody's question. Spent 3.5 hours on the webinar, and then it was actually a 14-plus-hour day, but that's okay. Everybody got taken care of. Everybody got the attention they deserved. Everybody got to talk to Joe. Everybody got the what they needed to get done, and they're taking action. Key words, action. So can't say that enough.
You get the link right there, Rick. CPA, there it is right there. CPACrusherCourse.megadealforyou.com.
Just want to make sure everybody understands that.
// You don't have to do HTTP, as you know. You don't have to use www. Just CPACrusherCourse.megadealforyou.com.
There you go. Now we got some other questions.
I'm already getting in the group. I mean, I know you want to talk to more and everything, and that's great. I mean,
well, let's answer. I mean, there's a lot of these questions been answered already. Let's get down to the core questions that haven't quite been answered yet, and we'll solve those. Nayad is asking, do you show us how to get the traffic as well? We've talked about that already, but can you say it one more time, Joe, please?
Okay. With a lot of this, you don't have to worry about getting. See, that's where people get caught in CPA networks. That's the reason why people don't make a lot of money in CPA networks, is because they're so hung up on traffic. You know, I want to get traffic to my website, you know, among other things. I don't totally depend on websites to get most of my CPA money. You know, and I'm going to show you that you don't either, but I'm going to show you ways where you can go ahead and drive some massive traffic. I'll tell you what, if you follow my instructions, my directions, within the first month, you're going to be able to have more than 10,000 people who you can send your offers to. And in a certain way, you do it as well. I think that should answer the question.
Actually, I'll tell you what, we're going to sit here for just a couple minutes if you don't mind. This is the time to ask any more questions before we go. I've got people that are waiting on me now that are coming on board. Thank you. Thank you for everybody that came on board tonight. And I'm going to answer their questions. I've got to go to the phone and do all those things and put them in the groups. Tremendous amount of our time invested in you. We want to make sure that you're the right fit for us. And everybody that's come on board tonight, we want to say thank you. And the couple people that are coming on tomorrow that are just waiting for other things to have happen, I totally get that. There's my real number. That's what I have my iPad with me tomorrow. Not a big deal. So again, this isn't something that's going to go away magically at midnight. No countdown timer. Here you go. We don't have a countdown timer over here. And then if you don't get it right this second, we're going to kill little small puppies or anything like that. None of that kind of mess. Which I don't, you get the point. So there it is. Hey, there you go. Okay, so now's the time to, there you go. Now's the time to ask, and we're going to go straight over to the people that need our help, that have come on board. We're going to start investing in their future, and they're investing with us, and we say thank you for that. In fact, I'm getting my phone back. Jordan, get my phone back, please. Thank you. My 10-year-old over here had my phone earlier, so if you did call me, which obviously somebody didn't just call just now, but there's a couple other people just called a few minutes before, calling on Skype also, PMing me, so we've got to do these things. Thank you so much. Let's see.
I have children, and that's why what I do, because I can spend all the time in the world I want with my own children.
Nary, and I'm saying the name wrong. If I do, I apologize. What's the best time to contact you if we join later tomorrow? Well, the best time to contact me is right now, literally in the next 15 minutes, okay? And it's 5 o'clock USA Eastern Standard Time in the eastern part. Figure that out wherever you're at. Bottom line, tomorrow and during the regular week, I work with local businesses every day. I'm usually available anytime in the afternoon. I can be available, 10-ish in the morning till 6, 8 o'clock at night. And make sure that you get taken care of and make sure you get to the right people. And first things first. We make sure you're fit. You join. You come on board. We find out exactly what you need, what your strengths and weaknesses are. We take notes on that. We know exactly where you are. If it's a fit for you, and we feel that you're qualified for. And again, we want to make sure you're committed. It doesn't matter to us if you've never done this before. So one of our very best students is a gentleman in the Philippines. Okay, now bear in mind, this gentleman is in a part of the Philippines that, as you probably already know, that electricity is a luxury. Internet, high speed internet, forget it, forget that. These people, he doesn't personally do it, but there's a lot of people in the Philippines that literally will walk or ride bicycles, whatever, to internet cafes for hours just so they can make $2 an hour. This guy is hungry, he's dedicated, and he's going to succeed. So those of us that are in the Western, world, the areas that, you have all the tools already. You're on this webinar right now. You're hearing my voice. You're hearing Joe. You're seeing the presentation. Man, you've got everything you need, other than the knowledge part of it. All the technical stuff that people worry about and, I don't have all the tools, those are just excuses. And we all know excuses. Everybody has excuses and something else we won't say, okay? So you get the point. If you're in the States, you understand, probably everybody understands that. So everybody makes excuses from time to time. It's time to stop making excuses, move forward. You have everything you need, all other than the knowledge. And we're going to impart that knowledge to you literally today. We're going to start doing this today. All right. And we're going to have Joe help you if you come on board in the next half an hour and an hour. I can guarantee you'll be able to meet with Joe briefly today and make sure we map it out for you. He may not be able to finish everything today for you, but you'll know for a fact that we invested in you, we invested in your time. We care about you. We want to make sure you succeed, because in 6 months from now, maybe even less, I want to see you in Las Vegas. I want to have that style launch there that's $2,000 and $3,000 that truly changes people's lives. None of this stuff that's a big, pretty website. I don't ever want to have that. We want to see the results. We want to see you making that $500,000, whatever it is, your goals. We want to see that as fast as possible, because you're going to be our best. You're going to be our best advertising. So there it is. Last questions. Okay. 60 seconds. Huh. All right, Joe, you about ready to end this one? We've answered every question. There's several questions that are asked. They're just rephrased a little bit differently, but they're basically every question's been answered. If there's any questions we haven't answered, you got let's wrap this up. It's Sunday, and I've got several people to help. We've got 4 or 5 people that have come on board that are ready to roll.
I have another computer screen open right here. I got a couple people waiting on me right now, but I want to finish this up so I can get to them as soon as possible as well. And those people who are joining, I'll get to you as soon as possible. It will be today and definitely within the hour.
Okay, good enough. You want to do a drum roll? Okay, no, we don't need to do that. Bottom line, everybody has everything they need. There's the place to enroll. There's my name. There's Joe. Call me or get on Skype. Several people PM me on Skype, so there it is. I want everybody to have a great, successful day. Thank you for coming to our webinar, our workshop. I hope we've imparted some of our knowledge to you, and especially what Joe knows, opens your eyes to the possibilities, and we'd like to see you join our family. Thank you so much, everybody. And with that, good night. Thank you very much, Joe. I'll be talking to you in a little bit. I've got to answer all the questions and the people that have come on board. Thank you so much. Good night.
Great. Thank you very much.